Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Welcome back to DG Plays Dark Cloud with default weapons only. It has been a while. Sorry, I've been very busy, but we will jump right into it. We are traveling back in time until we reach the crucial event where the Dark Genie was created, and hopefully we can prevent it. We need to go all the way to 600 years ago. So let's go to the next dungeon floor 102 years ago. I'm hoping I can finish off this game real soon. Got a little bit more time this weekend. Oh, another ABS reduction floor. That is not nice. I hope I still know how to play the game. Who's on low ABS? Use him. He's quite low, so just do it this way. I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys have been keeping well indeed. I have been keeping well and just been busy. It was just my birthday very recently, so I've been out for a couple of days as well. And I've been very busy on the main channel, so that is always keeping me a little bit busy on the side as well. But main channel's doing well, so I'm very happy with that. But I also want to... I mean, these games on the side, this is my... This is my time for relaxation. Playing the games I kind of always wanted to revisit, always wanted to play again. This is kind of an opportunity for me to do all of that, which I absolutely enjoy, and I'm happy you guys are here with me for that journey. But it is just a lot of fun because I have, as I say, these are like, it's a bit of a passion project, even this channel. And passion project is weird. It's more of an excuse to play all these games again. But I got a pitch dark key. I think I already had one. But again, this is a floor that reduces my weapon upgrade powder. So for the people, maybe this is your first episode, I would recommend watching all the previous episodes, obviously. But that's me as a YouTuber recommending you to watch a ton more videos and footage. Or is this for this door, actually? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it was just for this door. So if you don't know, I've got a bunch of characters. 6 characters in total. Each character does things slightly differently, and they all have their own weapons. Usually you have a wide variety of weapons for each of your characters, but in this case I am only using their default weapons, which means the weapons they start the game out with. You can upgrade the weapons, they level up. So if you see under my weapon bar in the top left where it sees the little sword, where it shows the little sword, you'll see a little bit of a blue bar that currently is going down if I will kill something. But normally you would get experience for everything you kill, and that bar would go up. Once it fills up, you can upgrade the weapon, and upgrading the weapon means you can put some gems into it, and those gems will determine which stats will be increased. So if I put an attack gem in, my attack will go up. If I put a speed gem in, my weapon will attack faster, and so on and so on. Now this floor in particular has a curse on it. So every enemy that I defeat on this floor will reduce that experience instead of giving me experience. So there's not much of a point in killing a lot of mobs. Now unfortunately, to leave the floor you need to kill a bunch of mobs, because the item I just picked up is the exit key to go off to the next floor. So I had to get that key, but now that I have it, I will just breeze past everything. Because obviously I don't want to downgrade my weapons, that would not be really good. So now that I have the item to go to the next floor, I could just skip everything and fly through the level and get myself to the exit. You'll see at the top of the screen that I have a bunch of active items. First one is just in case my weapon breaks, that it automatically repairs itself. Now, obviously I showed you the little blue bar under the weapon. The big red bar on top of that is the weapon HP, which literally is what it says. Your weapons have HP, and if your weapon runs out of HP, your weapon dies and disappears on you. Now, a default weapon can never truly disappear. If a default weapon dies or runs out of HP, it will lose all of its upgrades and go back to the weapon as if you literally just unlocked it. Now, some of the characters that I've obtained recently have quite strong base weapons, but if you look back at Tone, like this is the main character, his weapon will be back as if I just booted up the game. hours and hours and hours and hours ago, right? So his weapon would be absolutely shot and 100% trash, which obviously not ideal. So in order to keep that HP up, we repair our weapons with repair powder, which we have a ton of in our bags. But obviously, if I forget to repair, it will break. These are the repair powders, by the way. So in order to avoid that from happening, we have one of our active items be a auto repair powder, which automatically will repair it if my weapon were to break. I think the second one is an anti-goo amulet. It just prevents me from being slowed. And the last one is the one I'm actively using, which is a Dran's Feather. And a Dran's Feather is an active item. If I walk, I'm pretty slow. But if I hold down Dran's Feather, I am a lot faster. It just speeds up my movement. No. I was looking for the keyhole on that door. So this floor does not have a curse, so we're going to be quite happy beating every enemy up. It's also quite funny because it's literally one room with one chest, which is the key to that door. Let's beat this living armor here with little Xiao. Xiao is the second character we got. She is our... well, she has a catapult. Her weapon's quite weak because she was one of the first characters as well. But it's been getting there. It has a lot of upgrades, and ranged weapons are just quite strong in the game because a lot of the mobs are melee enemies. Let me just change this so I have the door items first. And we will, again, shoot his living armor. The closer we are, the more damage we deal with ranged weapons to kind of avoid people just standing very, very far away, just shooting at the mobs, which arguably I'm doing. But, you know, I try to get closer, speed up the kills a little bit. These little circles give me stamina. Normally they don't give you stamina, they change the stats on your weapon. So if you want to rebrand a weapon, you could stand on one of those. Oh, she does a lot more damage. But with the default weapons, you can't change the stats around on it with those buttons, so you always get stamina. And stamina basically doubles my armor and my damage, which is really nice. This is Ruby. Ruby is ridiculously strong, at least her weapon is. Probably because I put some of the most work into it. And I ran out of a Dran Feathers. I'm going to equip a new one. And then use Umgaga to get rid of this wind here. Perfect. I'm not actually sure who is best to beat up these guys. I mean, this diamond. I mean, Ruby's always a good bet at who's good at taking care of enemies. She's just always good at taking care of enemies. And these little balls here are Atla. So if I pick these up, I will get a item. And those items are used in some kind of building SimCity type minigame. So usually you have a village to rebuild. Now, right now... oh, that was really terrible. Right now I don't have a village to rebuild. But I have a history to rebuild. So I'm gathering items from history. And I will be rebuilding the historical events that lead up, I'm assuming, to the summoning of the Dark Genie, which is the big bad evil of the game that we're trying to beat, and we're trying to prevent his inception by going back in time. So that's about the premise of the game, how the game plays. We're almost at the end. We are in the final dungeon, I believe. So it wouldn't be too long anymore to end up and face the final boss. Now, because it's quite an easy game, I decided to play this game with default weapons only, so only everyone's default weapon, to make it a bit more challenging and a bit more, well, hard. mainly for the bosses, because the bosses might be immune to most of my damage because of the armor they have. So it's been an interesting challenge, not super challenging, so pretty much a good go-to if you were looking for some easy challenges to perform. Or an easy challenge run of a game. But to be honest, if this is your first time playing the game, engage with the weapon system. You know, you upgrade the weapons, you give it specific stats. Once the weapons have the specific stats they need, you can upgrade the weapons, like evolve them into a new weapon. A pretty cool system. There is also a follow-up game to this, which is also a very nice game. It's called Dark Cloud 2 or Dark Chronicle, which I'm definitely going to play on the channel at some point. Not immediately after this, because the combat is more of the same. But everything's just a bit more fleshed out in the second game, so that's quite nice. There we go. Can only pick these up with tone. So, ooh, Menace of the West. I wonder what that is about. Magical power. We're basically gonna learn the entire lore of the game in, like, I don't know, probably like 20 minutes after the building. I'm 100% sure that that's what is gonna happen. Because there's a reason why they summoned the Dark Genie. Probably because of war. Actually, I might already know it. I might have just forgotten it because they explained it in the last episode. You can see that my character is thirsty. We can resolve that by having her have a sip of water. There's also fountains around dungeons sometimes that you can use to restore their HP. But there's not one on this floor, so unfortunately we'll have to use an item. If you're thirsty, you just drain your HP over time, so it's nothing too terrible, but it is a bit of a nuisance. There we go. Another floor completed. Let's get this key. This hands on the clock. But if we have to go all the way back to 600, it's going to be a massive dungeon. Like, this was 109 years ago. Or was it 300 that we need to go back to? Unless there's some massive jumps. 122 years. We're also getting a lot of these Atla. The deal. Okay, he's a bit resistant to whatever I'm doing. Let's try electric. Oh, she does a ton of damage. Oh, she's stamina'd. Does make sense. As I said, stamina dealing double damage. Always very strong. Sophia. Switch back to our stamina monster. Boom. Her weapons trained against... Most of the weapons that I have are trained against specific enemy types. So hers is trained against flying, which is why when there's a flying mob, I will usually switch to Xiao. Also, stamina drinks, really nice. I'll need those for the boss for sure. Stamina drinks obviously give me stamina. That's what it does. Does what it says on the tin. Can I drink from this fountain? I love how their names are just Evil Bat. It's the most simplistic of naming conventions. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Nice. Can I drink from this? No, it doesn't seem like it. That's a bit unfortunate. I think I was beating these with Ungaga. Yeah. But he was using a lot of weapon power. Now I need to... It's gonna beep at me, so I need to make sure I repair it in time. Yeah, he uses quite some power on these guys. Oh, what? Okay. I also just got one shot. Okay, well, that's what happens if a character falls. If you have a stand-in powder, you can switch characters. If not, you have to leave the dungeon and leave half of your stuff behind. But then for poor Ungaga, we'll give him a little revival powder. Although I'm a bit scared because he just got absolutely slammed there. That is not a good sign of what's to come. Yeah, this is not going to be good. And she does a decent amount of damage to them. And they have really short range, so they're pretty easy to dodge as well. How does she do against him? I mean, this is definitely an Ungaga monster. I just need to not get hit because Ungaga gets one shot. I'll just take it chill because he always hits after I hit him. A bit of a counter attacker. Oh, that was fast. Damn. It's fine, we got him. His weapon's also really low because I haven't used it much. I don't think he's that very useful. Let me just quickly check if I have a backroom key, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Also, I have this foundation, and I don't actually know if I need that for anything. It's like part of a big fetch quest in different zones. I just haven't used it anywhere yet. I'll have to figure that one out for sure. All the way back to the entrance, unfortunately, because I chose the wrong way to go in the beginning. Not the wrong way, just I went to the side of the exit first, which is obviously slower than if I would go to the other side first. This is a flyer. Oh, I stood a bit too close. There's a lot of chests on this floor. So the back floors are floors that are harder, so the enemies do more damage and so on and so on. But they also give more rewards, more experience. And there's a bunch of chests with really good items in there, usually. I feel like I've just been hit with everyone already. Oh, this is a healing. So this heals and gives him my water back. So I'm just gonna do a quick switch on all characters, give them all full HP. Here's my holy paladin that I barely use. He's not actually a paladin, he's a forest hunter, but I made his hammer a holy hammer of smiting that does a lot of undead damage. I'll come back for that chest and for that item. We'll just clear the floor for now. Get some more juicy experience. Is always very important. Well, will be very important for my default weapons to just get slightly stronger. There we go. Did I have the magical crystal? I have the magical crystal, so there's literally nothing in that back room. It's just an empty room. Which means I'm pretty much just gonna ignore it, I think. There's the exit key. The clock hands, and then we will quickly pick up the gold and final chest. Oh yeah, the key to the door, that's useless. We are flying through these floors though. We've been absolutely blasting. It's very nice. Which means we will get to the final floor faster. Get a bit more content in this video. Hello! Oh, oops. I got 2 keys. That's a lot of money. Always nice. Obviously, because you build cities and stuff, you build cities with shops, and you can go to the shops and you get rewards for rebuilding towns in the way that the villagers want it. So if they want the church next to their house, you give them that. They are happy people. Okay, so this is a thirst floor, so I get thirsty faster. But also we have a fountain here, so I don't think it will matter that much. Bonk. 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 He didn't do a super speedy smash this time. I'll take it. And there's the exit. Let me mark that on my map. And open the chest. Fishing baits. I've not really engaged with fishing all too much this playthrough. Mainly because it's just really boring to watch, and it's not super boring to do, but I'm not the biggest fan of the fishing in this game. Good. There we go. Exit key already. I'm not gonna exit. I usually try to full clear just because of obviously the Atla. We need all the Atla to progress, or most of the Atla. But also just experience-wise. Oh, a mimic. A Joker. Oh, well, he's not taking much damage from that. He's not taking much damage from that. He's not taking much damage from that. I mean, Tone's okay, I guess. Tone is okay. Problem with these guys is that as soon as you shoot at them, they'll like have a tendency to turn around. And oh, that was with stamina. Never mind. Tone's not all right. Tone is pretty darn bad. Uh-oh. Let's give this one to Ungaga again. We need to upgrade his weapon a little bit. I'm afraid to do a combo because I think it might break my weapon. I think we're just about good. There we go. The good thing about the ranged weapons as well is that with a melee weapon, it depends on the armor of the enemy, how much damage it does to your weapon. With ranged weapons, it's just based on how many shots you do, so it doesn't matter if it's a very armored dragon that will take 5 HP off. If you would melee it with a melee character, because it's just based on the amount of shots you launch. Just gonna get rid of the armors first, because they're very stationary. It should be quite easy to get rid of. And then I can switch to Mr. Gaga. Oh damn, see that's those fast hits, man, they're dangerous. If he would have hit me there, I would have been dead. A lot of useless items. Or at least items I'm not using. Slam. Ooh, big chest. It's forced, so there's a trap. I mean, we can use the treasure key, it doesn't really matter. So usually what you can do with these is you can guess the trap, or you can use the treasure key. And I have a couple, I don't really think I'm going to use them for anything. I usually sell them for 400 gold, but it does not really matter too much. And big chests always have weapons, which I can't use. So the weapon I just got was a ring for Ruby. But since I'm doing default weapons only, I'm not allowed to use that weapon. Gooey Peach. That is, again, it is an item. It's an active item. You can throw it at enemies, but I am only allowed to use default weapons, so thrown items are also off the table for me. Does he do a lot of damage to the Joker? I mean, he's stamina now, so maybe. He's got long range, which is always nice. And these guys don't take too much weapon HP to kill. Mighty Healing, that's nice. Mighty Healing gets rid of all status effects on my characters, so if I'm poisons or something similar. I can just get rid of it with a mighty heal. Slap. Oh, he's not dead? What? Oh, it's because my thingy ran out. Okay. My stamina ran out. Black-robed man, ominous. I've not found where I need to build with all these building blocks, so it will be very interesting to see where I will be building with all of them. But I'm assuming it will just be tableaus of historical events, basically. That's what I'm thinking right now, at least. There will be some historical event, we'll build a tableau, or we'll build like a live reenactment for it. And then we will experience the history behind that tableau. Hello, living armor. Bye-bye, living armor. Feel the power of Ruby. And her weapon is full of upgrade power, so we can upgrade it. There we go. And now the 2 gems will be incorporated into my weapon permanently. And I can now put 2 new gems in. So she's maxed on everything here, so I can only add elemental or specific enemy type damage. And I'm gonna give her steel because she's been dealing with the steel guys on these floors anyway. Obviously I'm using her a lot, so her weapon upgrades a lot, so she also gets extra damage to a lot of enemies. Now we all hope that she's gonna be useful against the final boss. Magical crystal, just what I need after I explored the entire floor. And a mimic. Take out my mimic specialists. Go. Just some gold that dropped. Let me just do another rotation, healing everyone up. Giving everyone the water they need, because obviously this was a low water floor, so... And we will head off to the other floor. Flashbang. Let's see, did we get a special floor? No. 151 years ago. Does this mean halfway? I can't remember if we have to go 300 or 600 years. I think it was 600. But it might have been 300. Anyway, we start immediately in front of the exit, and with that I am going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.